Hi, my name is Dwight Gillespie, and this is the Change Your Life channel. Welcome back. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe, hit that like button, hit the notification button. By all means, share this with your friends and comment down below. We answer all comments here, good, bad, and indifferent, you know. Some better than others. Anyway, this is what we do. And on here, we give some practical advice on living a better life, you know. Today, what I want to talk about is how to deal with manipulative people and how to spot a manipulative person more than not. It's not going to be a long video because this is just something that's, most of what I talk about are things that happen in my life. These are things that are occurring. And I'm going to talk about a couple of people that I know. And I'm obviously not going to use names, although especially the one, I will never watch a self-help video, I don't think. Don't really have to worry about it. But anyway, this is, you know, it strikes me because I've dealt with manipulative people my whole life. I was raised by manipulative people. I am a manipulative person, you know, and I know how this works. And I'm at a point in my life where I just don't like to deal with it. I like to straightforward, come at me. You know, you got a question, ask a question. And there's a reason people do things like this. And I'm going to tell you a story. And this happened recently. You know, there's a guy. Now I'm in a recovery program. You know that I'm in a 12-step recovery program. And one of the tenets of a recovery program is to help other people in the recovery process. Right? Reaching out to people who are still struggling with it, whatever it may be. There's almost 40 12-step recovery programs. Right? And all of them have that as their basic tenet is to help the people who are still suffering, whether it's food, drugs, alcohol, whatever. And so I do. I extend myself to people, and I give rides, you know, when I can, when somebody tells me they need to get to a meeting. And I get a phone call, and the guy, do you go out on Monday night? And I said, well, yeah. I mean, I do sometimes, you know. You got to understand, I do. I make a lot of 12-step meetings because I enjoy it. Like a lot of my friends are there. I've been doing this many, many years now. And so most of my friends and everything, New York City, you hear that? You like that background noise? We're sitting here in Queens eating refried beans. Yes, that's what we're doing. We're in all the magazines, scoping down Thorazines. Gotta love the Ramones. This is the Rockaway Beaches right down there. Anyway, and that's NYFD. Great guys, man. Shout out. They've been there for me in the past. Anyway, notwithstanding, getting back to this. So I help people where I can. And I get that phone call. Are you there? Go out. Now, yeah, I go. All right. So, okay, I'll make a meeting if you need help. Oh, I'm really hurting. You know, I was hoping, you know, I could go with you. Could you pick me up? I'm having a really hard time. Yeah. Okay. All right. I'll do it. Sure. You know, send me your address. Oh, okay. Yeah. Thank you so much. And I said, if you want to make a meeting that we have, there's online platforms that we make meetings on, and you need a code. And I says, if you want, you make. Oh no, I can't do that. I don't have enough data on my phone to make a meeting, right? Okay, all right. I get a phone call. It's after 11 at night. I'm in bed. I'm asleep. You know, I'm 59 years old. I work. I really do. I work during the day. I mean, I do this. I write. I do all these things, right? So I'm in bed by 11 o'clock. It's after 11. And he doesn't leave a message. But I see a missed call. I wake up in the morning. I text him, are you okay? Everything all right? And I get a call immediately. By the way, what kind? No, actually, the first thing out of his mouth was, what kind of car do you have? I said, what? Well, what kind of car do you have? Why? And I used a lot of expletive, which I usually speak that way. I try to keep it to a minimum on this, but I'm like, well, why do you need to know what kind of car I have? Oh, you know, my landlord, he's a real, you know, SOB, and he wants me out just because I'm a little behind. Crackheads are never a little behind on the rent, okay? If a crackhead tells you I'm a little behind on the rent, it means they haven't paid it in 6 months, all right? So anyway, he says, yeah, I got like 2 boxes I got to move. So I just want, what? Like, look, I'm in this to help. You need to get to a meeting. I'll bring it to me. Oh, please, it's just down the block. I got no other way. All right. I'll be there by 15 minutes early, okay? Oh, you know, it's like 6 or 7 boxes, so, you know, maybe a half hour. It's just 1 or 2 boxes. Now it's 6 or 7. And now I know what the deal is. You know, I can see the whole thing. And I'm like, okay, I want to work, right? So I get off the phone. And I say, you know what? The hell with that. I'm not doing this. I call him right back. And I say, he picks up the phone. He won't talk. It's like if he doesn't say anything, it's not real. And nothing. It's open for 30. I hang up. I text him. I'm not coming tonight. And I let him, look, I'm not a U-Haul service. I'm not an Uber driver. I do this to help you, obviously, because I told him you go to a meeting today. You know, there's a meeting at 12 down on 61st Street. You should, I don't want to do that. I'm going. I'm bull crap, right? And so he's not interested in that. And basically, he's not interested in making me that night. He figures that's just the price he's got to pay to have some sucker come and move his crap for him. But here's the point, and this is it. And you know, and I saw it for what it was. That's the manipulative stuff. And the way that narcissists and self-centered people, the way they operate is they don't want to ask you for a direct favor. Okay, and you may have friends like this. And I have a couple of them. I know people like this. Do you do that thing on Saturdays? Do you go over there? Because I was wondering, because boy, it sure would be nice to do that. Or people that'll tell you, oh boy, I'm so hungry. I haven't eaten. Yeah, boy, I'm hungry. Did you eat? Have you eaten? Because I got no money. And they're waiting for you to just say, let me buy you some food. See, because they don't want to ask you directly for a couple of reasons. And the primary reason is this: if they ask you for a favor, then they owe you something, and they don't want to owe you anything, right? They just want to take. They don't want to owe. And if they ask you, you can't complain if you offered. Well, I didn't ask you to do it. You offered. I don't know why you're complaining about this. You offered. So when I go there to help this guy move all his crap, and it's not just 7 boxes, it's 7 boxes, a box spring, a mattress, and a cheap dresser, right? Well, I didn't ask you. You offered. You offered to come and help. Right? That's why he asked me what kind of. He didn't ask, can you come and help me? See, now if people are more direct with me, look, and I've done this. I've done it for enough people. I can tell you right now. I have definitely done it for people who say, man, I'm hungry and I have no money. Can you please help me out? I'm hungry. I'll feed you. Like, I have no problem with that. I've fed many, many people through my years in recovery programs, especially because I know that feeling. I know that. I used to go, my lunch used to consist, I used to get those, and I probably mentioned this, the apple pies, the little squares, right? With the thick frosting on them. They were 50 cents. And they had these little 25-cent orange, it was orange aid, they used to call it. It's not orange juice, it's orange water, like sugar water, right? It was with some kind of flavoring in it. And they were 25 cents. So for 75 cents, I could get something in my stomach, right? Other than the dope and the pills and all that other crap. And in my head, I'm like, well, at least I'm eating fruit, because I got the apples. Oh, it's fruit, And my favorite was actually the lemon, which God knows what the gel that was in there really was. But I doubt there was a lot of lemon in there. And so like I know what it's like. I know what it feels like to be hungry, and not be able to do that. I don't give addicts money. I'll feed you. I will feed you, and you have to sit down and we'll eat the food. Because I remember an experience my friend had. He brought this one guy. He brought him shopping because the guy had nothing in the house, and he was a crackhead, man. And he brought him shopping. He says, "Come on, man, let's go get some food for the fridge. So you at least have something in the house." And this guy's throwing steaks and all this other crap in the cart. And my friend's like, no, because he knew what he's going to do. As soon as he turned his back, he was going to go back and try and return the food, right? With the receipt. I got a receipt. I don't need this steak anymore. He put like a $30 hunk of cheese in there and stuff. He's like, get that crap out of here. We're going to get some cold cuts, bread, and mayonnaise. And like in jail. Sorry, we can cut that out. It's like jail. You get bologna and cheese. That's it, man. And I'd be glad you got the mayo. And yeah. So this is the manipulation that goes on. And when you can detect this, you can weed these people, because these are negative people and these are users. And I talk about this all the time, that users, takers find givers and givers find takers. And I used to be that giver and the take. I've been on both ends of it, but mostly the giver. Like, I've been a people pleaser in my life, especially when I came in early recovery. Like, I got to tell you something. I crawled into the rooms on my hands and knees. Like, I was so desperate, and they call it the gift of desperation, right? GOD. And I had that, man. I came in and it was either get clean or die. Like I was at a point in my life where I was either going to get this or I was going to kill myself because I couldn't live as an active junkie anymore. I couldn't live as an active heroin addict anymore. It was it was too demanding. I couldn't do it. I was 49 years old. My kids were gone. My marriage was done. Like I had nothing. I was bankrupt in every sense of the word, right? And for whatever reason, coming in this time around, I thought everybody was there with the same objective and the same mindset. Like we're all in this together, this is one big fellowship and everything. And I remember my good friend Anthony, he would tell me, he said, Dwight, be careful, man, because not everybody has that same mindset that you do. Not everybody is here for the same reasons. And there, people are still scheming and scamming. Not everybody, but enough that you need to be on guard for it, And he was right. And I got burnt a couple of times. But overall, you become more weary of what's going on. And then, you don't lose all of that street mentality where you could spot that stuff a lot easier. When I was using, I could spot it a lot easier. But now I'm getting older. I spot it in the way people talk and in the things they say. And that's a big one, is that manipulation. When people are trying to manipulate you into a situation you don't want to be in, you got to remember that no is a complete sentence. No. And you are allowed to change your mind. And that's something I did with this guy. So I changed my mind. I said yes. And then I thought about it for a minute. And I tried to call him back because I wanted to do it, over the, not through a text, not punk out like that, but tell him, no, I'm not going to do this. By the way, at the end of the day, because he expected me around 6 o'clock, 5:30, he calls me as though I had never called him. And like he didn't even see the text. He's like, oh, yeah, geez, my landlord says, and I'm like, you didn't even look at my text. I said, I'm not coming. Well, why? What's going on? Like it was a shock. I said, dude, you have no interest in this. You show me that. And then he got all indignant with me. How dare you tell me I said, I don't care what you do. Like, I don't care. I don't care. You want to go smoke crack? You want to go shoot dope? You want to go do whatever you're going to go do it. That's fine. Don't expect me to care about you more than you care about yourself. I'll help you if you have a sincere desire for that help, even if you keep going in and out. I have friends that I know that kept coming in and going out, and I would support them, and I'd be there for them because these people were interested in getting clean. They just didn't know how. And then there's the people who just want to scheme and scam, and I got no time for that shit. I got no time for it. If you're sincere in your desire to give up what you're doing, I'm here to help you. And that's true in any facet. You don't have to manipulate me into doing. What are you doing? What are you doing Saturday? Yeah, you doing anything? Well, no. Why? Oh no, I'm just asking. Yeah, I gotta move. I gotta. Ask me a question. Ask me a question. And I have a friend who does this, and I love her dearly. But it's constant manipulation. Some people can't rise above it. Oh, you going to that? Well, I go there. I go there. Why? What do you want? Just ask me what you want. Tell me what you want. I had another one. Oh, did you ever go up to state to this place? No, why? Oh, it's beautiful. You'd love it. Boy, yeah. Uh-huh. And? Oh, I'm just saying, I've been up there. It's really nice. Uh-huh. And? Are you asking me a question? Like, oh, I thought maybe we could all get together and go. All get together. You just, and then you name a few people. You just name 3 people who don't drive. Like, who's driving? who's spending the gas? Who's paying the tolls? Like, who's doing all, no. And if they don't ask, if you offer, they don't have to pay anything. Well, you're going anyway. I'm just tagging along. The car's going to go anyway. Nah. Anyway. That's it. I think that's the whole thing right there. And it is. It's spotting these manipulative gestures, these manipulative movements. Ask people, and it's okay to ask. Ask a direct question. What do you want from me? What do you want? You're beating around the bush. What do you need? If you want money, ask me if you can borrow it. I'm not giving it to you. If you need a meal, ask me for a meal. I'm not just giving it to you. Ask me. Ask me. And it doesn't necessarily make them indebted to you, but it does humble them a little bit in order to ask. And I've had people that I've offered meals to because I could see they were hungry. And they're so appreciative and embarrassed. And those are the people I don't mind doing it for. They're embarrassed to take it, but they take it because they're hungry. And there's no shame in that. And they say, I don't know how I can ever repay you. And I tell them the same thing. When you're in my spot, when you have a job again, right? And you're making money and you've been clean for a little while and somebody comes around and they look and smell like you give them a meal. That's how you repay me. Because that's how it goes and we pay it forward. You know, people did it for me. I do it for you. You do it for the next. But when you're just a schemer and a scammer and you're not willing to put yourself out like that, I got no time for you. I got no time. Anyway, that's it. That's the whole thing for today. And I thank you for tuning in. Again, my name is Dwight Gillespie. This is a Change Your Life channel. And you can change your life. And you can do it like that if you put your mind to it. We're going to do another one on making that decision. That's the next one we're doing. I want to thank you for tuning in. If you haven't done so already, please hit that subscribe button, hit the notification button. By all means, share this video with your friends. Comment down below. I think I hit all of them. I hit everything. This is all the stuff we want you to do here. Have a great week. Be well. God bless. Take care. Next time.